What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back, or if this is your first time joining us here, welcome. For the more astute amongst you, you might notice that we are now 2-1. Unfortunately, I did not get a recording of the one I missed, or the one actually I think it was 2. Either 1 or 2, I don't remember. But either way, I lost the recording for those 2 games because my cat decided that it would be a brilliant idea to try and physically run through my computer. Just knocked it over and caused a blue screen in the middle of the game, which kind of sucked. So, is what it is though. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who may not remember, we wound up drafting as a paladin. We wound up drafting an almost entirely creature deck. We have very little in the way of spells. I think 1 True Silver Champion and 1 Light's Justice, and I think that's it that I can remember off the top of my head. I do remember though that I lost to a mage, and I hate mages.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, we're going up against a shaman, and I'm going to toss both the Guardian Kings and Spiteful Smith. Honestly, not that useful this early on in the game. This is a solid one, but actually it'll largely depend on what he coins out as to what's going to be the most useful here.
Greetings, friend. Well met.
I'm going to go ahead and throw out the Worgen Infiltrator. This means we do not want to play anything, as all 3 of these will die to that, and I'm not going to waste a 1-drop on that. Oh, fun. Okay. Well, I think our best bet here would just be to play that.
To battle.
Attack him, since we can't attack his Worgen Infiltrator. What we want to do is play the Knife Juggler. Oh, crap. Well, that is in fact a thing that happened. He's probably just going to try and rush me down. That would be his smartest move. Trying to think what the best play here would be. Playing this is kind of a waste, because at best it would trade for whichever one of these guys I used it on would trade for that, and then likely just that, or likely his Unbound Elemental, which he would pump up once. So I think our best bet would be to play the Dark Iron Dwarf, because it's 4 HP. It won't die to just one of these guys. Conversely, actually, that is really lucky. We are going to go ahead and go with this. Force him to deal with this first, and then we're just going to go ahead and silence his Unbound Elemental there. Next turn, we want to save Questing Adventurer for turn 7, where we can play Questing Adventurer followed by that, making him a 7/7. The other option would be playing Questing Adventurer followed by Argent Protector, which would only make him a 3/3, but shielded. Not as good.
What to do?
This guy certainly seems to take a long time in between his plays. Honestly, if it were me, I'd probably
Get in there and fight, maggot!
do something along those lines. I'm actually really surprised he wanted to get rid of his
There's little time.
That makes more sense. That, eh, still not a huge deal, but
Your magic shall not save you.
you're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that the fireside
What to do?
gatherings card backs were glowy. He looks like he's just pretty much trying to rush me down before I can get anything major on the field, which isn't necessarily a terrible idea. But this next turn, I can play. What'll have? What'll?
Drink with me, friend.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not that big of a deal.
Greetings, friend.
Because we can go. Do I want to do that? Let's see what happens here. So if I play that, he's still forced to trade. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do here. Let's hope like hell that, yes. Perfect.
Not on my
I
watch.
think the battle.
That went as absolutely perfectly. So I can go like that. Next turn. Next turn I'm gonna play, oh, I hate that card so much. I'm actually kind of surprised he opted to, Okay. So, we're gonna go boop. And then...
Give me a quest. This is my responsibility.
We'll actually go ahead and sacrifice both of these into that, leaving us with a 4-1 and a 7-7. Anything we play is only going to make this better, unless he has a hex, which, even if he does, really not that big of a deal. Do. So, Boulder Fished Ogre. That, him into that.
Quest accepted.
Punch him in the face for 8. Oh darn.
Greetings, friend. Reporting for duty.
So you bought yourself a turn.
Truth is my shield.
Okay. So,
To battle. For justice. Eyes are open. battle!
They all bend to my command.
We'll see what he can do now. He's spurned 2 hexes, so unless he drafted a bunch of those, he's unlikely to have more than that. And even so, he's he's definitely on desperation.
One shot.
Because this don't hurt. 4, 8, 12.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead
The battle!
and wipe out anything he may potentially have to use against me. Bear in mind, if he damages my Spiteful Smith without silencing it, I get even stronger. Well, my weapon does. And Spiteful Smith, long as it's rage, my weapon has +2 attack. These guys are very deadly in warriors.
You gotta be kidding me!
No, he's got nothing. Honestly, I figured that he would wind up hexing that questing adventure, which is why I wasn't too worried about it. Because, we had enough to go on outside of just that. But that brings us up to 3 and 1. Let's go ahead and play another.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Frickin' mages. Hate them so much. Oh well, not that big of a deal. I'm thinking we'll probably coin out Mad Bomber and then turn to play Fairy Dragon. Mages in particular absolutely hate Fairy Dragon. Odds are he'll probably run the Mana Worm into it unless he's got something to that he can something that he can cast against. He'll probably just, unless he has like a Frostbolt or something, he'll probably just run the Mana Worm and then ping it for 1, which is fine. I do not mind that in the least. Though technically, had I played Fairy Dragon, that really would have put the put the pressure on him because he can't target it with anything. Ooh, that's damn. See, that was a smart play. He knows that I either have to deal with that or he's just gonna ping it. So he basically took the free 2 damage against me and forced me to make the trade, which I don't mind at all. And like he got good what's the word I'm looking for? Good value. That's the word I'm looking for. Out of that Mana Worm.
For the crusade!
That I do not like though.
Not on
I'm
my
gonna go ahead and do that one.
Job done.
So now he can't just trade out his 3/1 for it and laugh. I mean, there's probably something, he probably has like Arcane Explosion or something that'll allow him to do that, but not a huge deal. Still forces him to use a different, use another card to actually, get rid, deal with that, because he now has to, he has to break that Divine Shield either using a creature or using an AoE spell. actually kind of surprised he didn't just attack me. Because basically, he made the trade that I would have had to anyway.
For justice.
Yeah, kind of surprised at that. Anyways, I will be right back.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Up doing just playing the Frostwolf Warlord. That is really bad. That was a really bad idea on his part.
My eyes.
I mean, he had no way of knowing that I have that.
For
Meaning,
justice.
I effectively just gained 1 HP for attacking him.
Reporting for duty.
So this is starting to look like Flame Strike bait, which is okay. If he wants to waste it on that, be my guest. No, actually, I should play the Chillwind Yeti, that way he won't get all of my creatures for a Flame Strike. Flame Strike is the mage spell, deals 4 damage to all enemy minions. Let's see if this will work. Come on, I got a 50% chance. Yes!
Of course.
That worked exactly how I wanted it to. So now, I'm kind of trying to bait out the Flame Strike, because honestly, Flame Strike isn't going to really kill my board. It'll kill 2 of my creatures, and one of the more significantly more obnoxious ones for. Oh, he, I guess, didn't feel like going after that. All right, just gonna rush him down then.
Job's done.
He has to wipe my board, or at the very least take out that. He has to stall out my 2/4/5s. If he does anything less than that, he's done. Now he will run one of his he has to deal with the Wind Fury Harpy. The Wind Fury Harpy is insta death for him at this point. He has to kill 2 creatures. And hope I don't draw like Light's Justice or something. Kind of curious as to what he drew. Knew that had to happen. Well, hopefully he can kill off one of my other creatures, because he doesn't know it, but I have a Spellbreaker.
One's out on me.
Mind if I roll need?
Nope. That is not enough to kill off one of my other creatures.
Well played.
That is GG. I'll be a bit of a smartass here.
Your magic shall not save you.
Bitch!
Well played.
Kind of feel bad for that one. Fairy dragons are really difficult for mages to deal with. Ooh, we got a Golden Hammer of Wrath. Yay! takes us up to 4-1. Means we're actually doing pretty decent here. Which is kind of surprising considering we have, let's see, two. We have 2 spells. 2 spells, 2 weapons. And the rest is all creatures. That is honestly pretty bad. But for some reason we seem to be able to make it work. So, let's go ahead and go into our 3rd game. Who shall it be?
Uther versus Gul'dan.
A warlock, huh?
Your soul shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
Chuck those 2. See if we don't get anything a little more worth playing on turn 2. We do not. Which kind of sucks, to be perfectly honest.
Well met.
Now the question is, well, what I was going to say is, question is, do we want to?
One shot, one kill.
Actually, let's go like that.
Reporting for duty.
We'll see what he does. But what I was going to say is, do we want to wait until we can coin? Because if we wait on turn 3, so next turn, we can actually make that a 4/4. Well, that answers that question. We are, in fact, going to go like this.
Eyes are open.
Let's see if he'll trade one of those. Next turn, we can make that questing adventurer a 5/5. Oh wait, no, we can make it a 4/4.
Do I have to?
Oof. That was actually retarded of him.
I am sorry.
Thinking that's going to be the best option
Reporting for
here.
duty.
Because if he plays a spell to do that, he's just going to kill his own pyromancer. If he's smart, he'll attack first and then cast the spell. If he has one.
So many possibilities.
I'm thinking, actually, our turn 6 play is probably going to be Questing Adventure, Coin, Blessing of Kings. That would give us an 8/8. Why did you do that? I don't even...
Tadingo! Yeah.
Like... I don't know. This guy's definitely made some exceedingly questionable plays here. And I don't know. I can't quite figure that one out.
Possibilities.
He could have attacked me and gotten 3 damage out of it. Instead, he just,
Are open. Why do you call?
the...
What you looking at?
See if we can't bait out like a kill spell against that or force him to use his Flame Imp.
So many possibilities.
We want him to... We were trying to bait out like a kill spell. And I'm hoping he has one. Or that if he has one, he's gonna... No, he's just gonna try and rush me down. I'm actually really surprised at that. Oh well. I mean, he actually is close to lethal right now. Which really sucks, but
Give me a quest.
let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. If he can do 1 damage to me, I'm dead. I guess I probably should. What I probably should have done is played Earthen Ring Farseer, because I think he has a way of doing 1 damage. Yep.
Well played.
Actually, even Earthen Ring Farseer wouldn't have saved me there. He would have had just enough damage to beat me. So, that hands us our 2nd loss. Is what it is. Let's go ahead and play 1 more. This will be our last one for this video. That is one of the problems with what's it called? Questing Adventure. It has a tendency to you hold on to it too late. And honestly, I probably would have been able to make something happen had I played it earlier and not held on to it quite so long.
Retribution.
You know what, actually, I don't mind that opening hand. That means turn 2 we have Knife Juggler, which should be able to handle most anything he plays, unless he has, like, you know, the 2-1 stealth guy who's Worgen Infiltrator. That's what I'm looking for. And means turn 3 we can play Injured Blade Master. Turn 4 we can get Earthen Ring Farseer to make him a 4/6. Makes him significantly better. Oh man, seriously, you didn't have anything?
Job done.
Ouch, that sucks. Actually, you know what? I think just going into protection, running into that, summoning a dude is more useful right at this permanent juncture than Injured Blade Master. What's he gonna coin out? See, I really don't agree with that. People, for some reason, are absolutely terrified of Knife Juggler. I mean, Knife Juggler in and of himself can be extremely obnoxious if you get really lucky, and if your opponent is playing a bunch of weenies. But really all he's really managing to do there is take out low priority targets. I mean, Knife Juggler, okay, it did 1 damage effectively. Why would you do that?
Mind if I roll knee?
Why would you do that? Like... that seriously baffles me. Now we're gonna mess with him a bit. And hope like hell he doesn't have an acidic ooze. Or acidic swamp ooze. If he does, that's when we just cry. Okay. We only played that because it's, you know, it gives him it kind of incentivizes him running his acidic swamp ooze in. Oh. Interesting. Man, he's just getting all the lucky drops. See what our RNG is like. Come on. Oh, really? Really? Fuck you, Mad Bomber. Fuck you.
Job's done. Reporting for duty.
This one's not looking too hot, and we actually may go down here. Kind of disappointed, but in the long run, not too huge of a deal.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Truth is my shield.
Yeah, I don't think we're really gonna be able to do much here. Oh wait, never mind. I drew the absolute perfect card. Completely forgot he was actually in our deck. How many fucking cards with taunt and shit did he draft? Why would you?
My eyes are open.
Okay, so that's not a repentance.
Reporting for duty. I'm invincible. Get down!
Oh no.
Get down!
Okay.
Done.
So 7, 8, 9. Ugh. Danger. Still dire, but actually it's, I mean, other than I'm at a severe card disadvantage, I have superior board presence. I can trade efficiently with what I have on the board. If he was smart, he'd just take out my, he won't, yeah, he's gonna do the smart thing and kinda, why would you do that? That I don't really agree with, but, okay.
Reporting for duty.
I definitely feel that was a complete waste. Let's see, we have enough to play all of this. Okay, so that's not
For duty.
repentance. And then we're just gonna go like that. Next, we'll send one of our 1/1s in to check whether that's a, if he has consecration, I'm going to cry a bit on the inside. That doesn't really bother me that much.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
No.
Steel swine.
Man!
Pretty much our best chance is if we can keep his board clean. We have a Guardian of Kings coming up.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. Honestly, if we can just outlast him here, we can,
To battle!
Steel swine.
Reporting for duty. Man!
he's only got 5 cards left, whereas we have 12. We're on top decking, but he doesn't, whatever he has in his hands, or his hand, he really doesn't seem to be able to play. Okay.
Tazdingo!
That's a little more obnoxious. But we
Reporting for duty.
just like that. We will trade our 4/1 or 4/1 for his 2/1. It probably would have been smarter to even out the health,
Attention, class.
but
Let the pain speak to me.
see, now that was just a complete waste. Because
Not on my watch.
I go like this, trade that out, force him to draw a card there, trade that out,
Reporting for duty.
and he has to figure out how to survive the next 3 turns. Because in 3 turns he's going to start taking fatigue damage. He has these final 5 cards, whereas we still have 10 turns. And it's obvious he's in desperation mode.
Reporting for duty.
Dee-dee-dee. Let's see, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 2 cards
I
left.
wonder.
Yeah,
Your
we're just gonna
magic
have
shall
to.
not save you.
We're gonna have to keep trading these over, which doesn't really bother me that much because I can trade efficiently here.
Reporting for duty. I'm almost out of cards.
He has these 2 cards and then whatever his next card is, unless he can kill me or completely wipe my board. Nope.
Reporting for duty. My eyes are open.
Actually,
Of course.
yeah, we'll trade that over. That over.
Reporting for duty.
That over.
I'm out of cards. Well played.
So unless that's like Alexstrasza or Deathwing.
The victory.
Yeah. Ta-da! This brings us up to 5 and 2. I think that's where we'll call it an evening for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you feel if you have a positive or a negative response, please feel free to leave it in the comments section below. And we'll see you next time.